In this video I'm going to show you how to do a web query. Now basically a web query is where we use information off the internet and pull it into our spreadsheet so that we've almost got live data. So it's information off the internet that's being updated. It might be football scores, it could be the weather. Now it's the weather that I'm going to use today to demonstrate this to you. It might be used in a travel agent's window, for example, where they've got a list of all the countries in, say, Europe, and it gives you the current temperature, maybe convince you where you do or don't want to go on holiday. So here's my spreadsheet, and I'm going to go a little bit in. So I'm going to click into D4. So we're in cell D4, and in D4 I want the first cell of my weather. So I'm going to go into data, and I'm going to say I want to get external data from the web. And then it says, well, where do you want it from? Where do you want this information from? So here's a website I opened earlier. This is the Met Office website with information for all these different places in Europe with their temperature and when it was valid from. So it was valid from 6 o'clock UTC. So I've copied that web address and I'm going to go back to my spreadsheet, and in the address at the top I'm going to paste that. So if I Control and V and then hit enter, it should open that web page. Now what you'll notice, anything that I can grab has now outlined in blue, and it's got this little yellow arrow. Now if I click it, it turns into a tick, so it's saying, right, you've got that. So brilliant. I want to import that. I want to import it into my spreadsheet. So I'm going to click import, and it says, well, where do you want it to start? Now I've already said D4. So okay, and what it's going to do, it's going to go and get that information for me, and it's pulled it in. Now the good thing about this is I don't have to go to that website again. If I want this information to update, all I would need to do is to open the spreadsheet again tomorrow, and as long as I've got an internet connection, it will update the information for me. Now I could, if I'd got time, I could format this and almost make it into a display for my window. I could get rid of some of the lines and that sort of thing, and make it look really pretty. That's not what I meant to do. If we fill it with some colours, I could even go into clip art and get some pictures to do with the weather. I don't particularly want clouds, but there we go. Have we got any sun? No, we've got a wind. This isn't the best thing you'll ever see in a window, but you get the idea. So we've got our information that we can format. We can make it look more presentable. You might decide that you don't actually need to know what the weather is, so you can just delete that and you'll be left with the rest of the information. Now that is how you do a web query.